it's really nice to be in Halifax because it's Ellie's hometown. She received a lot of notoriety after the Pan Am Games and the Worlds, so it's really great to be here and see what Halifax is all about. The event, exciting and well run, so it's been great so far. Well, I guess there's a big breakthrough here for Isabella Onishko. Really pleased to see the development of the Yurchenko double twist, and then she's really upgraded her beam as well. So with those things, she's really making a push to be one of the top girls in the world. And I think on beam especially, really getting up there with Ellie in terms of difficulty and execution. So that puts Canada in a good position going into the Olympics, hunting for the medals. Well, of course, there's a lot of great kids moving up that are born in the year 2000. 3 that sort of have been standout juniors: Rose Wu, Megan Roberts, and Shalyn Olsen. And we recently had a camp in Houston. That was really the first time they were integrated with the seniors that were at things like the Pan Ams and the Worlds. And we know that they need team experience, so it's important. It's important for them to be with the seniors. We'll have an event coming up in Montreal, the Gymnastics International, and we'll try and do more and more of that. But really pleased with them as they become seniors. But this is there's 6 or 7 months left till Olympics, so it should be exciting. Don't know much about Peng. There hasn't been a lot of correspondence. We were hoping that she would appear last May at Nationals. Things just haven't really worked out. I guess she's had some injuries that have prevented her from coming back and being involved in the process. So I'm not really too sure what's going to come of that. Brittany, of course, was a really nice addition to the team. She came back in May. She did the Nationals. Not terribly successfully, but enough to be considered for future involvement in the team. And then she had the time from Nationals until the trials to prepare well enough to make the team. And then, of course, you saw the results at the Worlds. She really helped us out on a few events. Sure, it's different. I just think it allows us more opportunity to get the younger ones experience that they're going to need. I think if we look at I think there was around 100 gymnasts in London. Less than 10% of those were first-year seniors. None of them won a medal. I think there were a couple that were. I think the one young girl from Spain was, sort of possibly going to win a medal on the floor, but no one was really targeted to do anything great out of those first-year seniors. So we really have to ramp it up and give our girls, the experience they need to be as senior as they can by the time we march onto the floor in Rio. I think what they need is team experience. So we are trying to do things with our camps. The camp in March in Montreal will be very team focused. What we're actually doing is it's a 4-man team format. So Canada's gonna have 3 separate teams, and the whole reason for that is to mimic the trainings that we would experience at a games in terms of a long training, a short training, and give the coaches and the kids that team experience. We also have the Pacific Rim, which in the Olympic year we're allowed to send 6 seniors, so we will send 6 seniors, and the priority for that event will be for some of those girls born 2000 that need the team experience. As far as the test event, I haven't really decided who will go, but that would be possibly for athletes that already have experience, and would just give us some good information coming home as to what that environment's going to look like.
I was going to ask if it was for them to report back, trustworthy sources. And then lastly, since Canada does use a point system for qualifying their gymnasts to the team, or to the Olympic team, how does that point system work in terms of starting now at Elite Canada and going right? Like, when are points awarded? How are they awarded?
Yeah, well, there are sort of various times. So, for example, the Pan Am Games, they could earn points. The World Championships, they could earn points. And at this Elite Canada, they can earn points. So they actually get to choose which which event they'll earn the points from. So for someone who had a better result at the Worlds, they'll use those points. If they had a better result here, they'll use these points. That gives equal opportunity for someone that wasn't attending Worlds to earn points here. And then throughout the remainder of the process, there are other opportunities. So the Pacific Rim, the Test event, the All-Around World Cups, the Challenge Cups, and maybe even a couple of other activities that we're not aware of yet. We want to make sure that we do everything we can to give equal opportunity to all the girls on the long list to try and make it to the short list for the final selection camp.